Hi everybody, it's Christina Powers. How are you? I am here because I wanted to give you a really great pelvic floor massage rollout, and I wanted to go over what you needed. So you may want to sit on like a cushion or a meditation pad, or maybe you could get a pillow. It just kind of helps bring the floor up to your pelvic floor. And you'll need some kind of soft ball. I'm using a yoga tune-up. It's called a Courageous ball. And you can inflate them to whatever you want or deflate them from here. But they have this, they're not smooth. So you could have a great smooth 99-cent store ball, but it's not going to grip the tissue the way you need it to. So find, something like this. Or you might already have something. So anyway, I wanted to give you a few anatomy pointers. If you bring your hands up just in front of you and see this triangle, it's interesting that if you brought that over your pelvis, you can feel the sacred shape of your triangle, and you've got your middle fingers are down by your pubic bone, and your thumbs are resting on your navel center, your belly, and your hands are just barriered around on these hip bones, right? That we call them the ASIS bones, okay? So if you take that now and you just mirror it to the floor, this is what the pelvic floor looks like when we're looking down at it or when we're looking up, right? So in the front, well, this would be the front. The front, you have your pubic bone. The back, you have your coccyx. And then on the sides, you have your ischial tuberosities, which if you went underneath your butt and you felt those butt bones, those are your ischial tuberosities. So those are all the bony landmarks that give you your parameters for your soft tissue there, right? And those are your origin and insertions. Now, sometimes what you don't want to do is roll on those bony prominences. They won't feel good. You also know those sacred parts of your body that are very delicate that you will not be rolling on either. So, and then if you have any pain, obviously seek out a professional physical therapist or one other body healer person that you love and trust. So that's our long-winded explanation, but I wanted to give you those parameters. And we're working on normalizing the tone in the pelvic floor and also just with the breathing, because as you take a diaphragmatic deep breath into your belly, if your pelvic floor is really taut, your diaphragm's is going to have tension when it feels like it's descending. So there's this inhale, and then there's an exhale, and the diaphragm moves back underneath your ribs, right? So inhale, the diaphragm moves down. If there's tension in the pelvic floor, it's not going to want to take a full inhale, right? So normalizing the pressure of that will really help. So we are going to get started with that rolling out. So we'll take this ball and we're going to put it on our cushion, and we will sit on it. So if we sit on the ball here and come on, I just had to stop this recording and come back and talk to you. So please go out to the street. Hey, so we're back to do that pelvic floor rollout. So put this, we're going to be sitting onto your, underneath you. So it's sitting on that portion in between the front part of your anatomy and the tail. And from here, the first is the breath. So you want to inhale. If you can, let that belly hang and sag. I sometimes even say we have these beautiful high-waisted yoga pants sometimes, but you might need to pull them down so that your stomach could really come out on the full inhale. You also might need to be wearing a looser top or bra top so that it's not so tight. So you're feeling just this inhale and this exhale. Now it could be really strong for you to have some pressure there. But the next time you exhale, just whenever it is, if you let go of the holding or the contracting, just let yourself mold around the ball. We're not tightening, we're not squeezing. So do a few more inhale and exhales where you inhale, you're feeling that relaxation, that release. And then as you exhale, you're also sending that message to that area that it's safe. And you can release that area. Now here, I'm going to try, I'm just uncrossing my legs and just doing this, is try to move around in a circle. So I'm taking my tailbone and I'm moving it over the ball. So I'm tucking my tailbone under and then I'm moving it side to side. So this is just this circular movement. In Pranafala Yoga, we call this the Anahata Kriya, but we're moving side to side and it's really subtle. So I'm showing you in a bigger way, but it's a lot smaller. So now I'm bringing it a little bit into more of a smaller sway, right? And then I'm switching the direction. If you find a little spot on the ball that you think, I could work that out a little bit, you could stay in a section and breathe. You could also try moving just side to side with your pelvis. It's not like your shoulders. You could also just find this arching and rounding in your lower spine, and that will be a nice release. So I'm going to show you from the side. You keep going the way you're going. And if anything is extra sore or tight, just you allow it to be. So I'm just going to let you see. I have my hands here for stability, but I'll move them so you can see. But I'm doing this rounding and arching. Okay, I'm letting my belly really sag. And then I have this side to side motion. Probably could see that better from the frontal view. And then I have the circular movement of my pelvis, okay? All right, so that's with the courageous ball. And now if you have any other yoga tune-up balls or tennis ball, you can use that. I would absolutely not condone the use of a lacrosse ball because they're so stiff and hard and they can actually cause too much pressure and that doesn't feel good. So I have a yoga tune-up ball. This is just a regular, and I'm going to sit on that in that perineal area that is in between the front and the back of that pelvic floor. So I'm not on any bones, and I'm doing the same. I'm just breathing here. Now here, I'm not really feeling a ton on this pillow, so I'm actually going to come and sit on the floor with it. Now, to be very upfront, I don't have any issues with the tone of my pelvic floor, and I have not. So as you see me move, it's definitely from a place of, okay, I'm learning about how my pelvic floor is, but I'm not having any discomfort. So I'm not feeling any uncomfortability. So I'm taking those circles now and I have my hands on the ground, because what I'm actually doing is I'm pressing into the floor a little bit to take the pressure off the ball, and it's not because it's too much. It feels better have my hands there, and that helps my spine lift up. So you can feel that. Actually, and now I'm remembering, after I had my kids, I had some hypertonicity in one side of my pelvic floor, and I went to a wonderful pelvic floor physical therapist who helped me normalize that, and I had a lot of good outcome from that. So, you know, those are wonderful humans to seek out. So coming back, either coming back to just your breathing. So eyes are going to close. Crown of the head's going to grow towards the sky, tucking your chin. See if you can't feel that there is more expanse of the breath within your body. So just even, I feel my belly can expand a little bit more. So feeling into what that feels like.